So one of the things that I admire most about Grid 110 is your focus on diversity and inclusion. So what specific steps are you taking to ensure your programs promote this?
So of the 140 companies that we've supported, about 70% are led by a female founder, and about 63% are led by a founder of color. And so for us, I think it's surprising for a lot of people because the tech industry does not reflect that, but
Right.
the city of LA does. Like the 73% of Angelinos identify as a person of color. So for us, it's not really surprising that we are more in line with what our city actually looks like. I think it's about being intentional about your diversity inclusion efforts, and it's one thing to say that you care about it, and quite another thing to do it and be really proactive about it. And for us, I think it just came really naturally. Our founding team was diverse, so 50% male, 50% female, ethnic mix as well. You can't be what you can't see. And so our website reflects, they're actually our founders that have participated in our program. And so when people come to our website, they're like, oh, this could be a program for me because it's, I see people that look like me, or I'm seeing products and companies that are very similar to the ones that I'm working on. And they're not just looking for X, Y, or Z. And so I think that inclusivity is really important in the materials that you put out, in the language that you use, even in who you bring into your program.
Mm-hmm.
And so we do make a really concerted effort that when we have panels, when we have guest speakers, that it's reflective of our community as well. And we know that there are people of color in the VC world. We know that there are women that are really amazing, incredible founders who have raised money. And so why not bring those people into the space so that they can connect with the founders that aspire to be just like them?
I think that that's a really great lesson to take from what you just said and what you guys are doing, because you're right. When you go on someone's website, those are some things that you're not even conscious that you're looking for. Do these people look like me? Can I see myself succeeding in this space? And it sounds like you are doing some really intentional things, as you said, to ensure that people do feel like whatever they look like, whatever background that they come from, that they can be successful at Grid 110. What can the LA tech and startup community be doing to ensure that this only continues to grow, especially during a time like the pandemic, that I think sometimes that falls to the wayside?
Yeah. So we're involved in an initiative that I think is really important for Los Angeles and could be important for other tech areas and sectors of the country. It's called Pledge LA. You might be familiar with it.
Yes,
So it's a joint partnership. I think you might be one of the signatories as well. It's a joint partnership between Mayor Garcetti's office, the Annenberg Foundation, and the tech and venture community here, around a couple of things. So there is an actual pledge that you sign, of kind of pledging that you will commit to being diverse, equitable, and inclusive in practices, that you care about this. But it's more than just that. A part of signing this pledge is really agreeing to the measurement and the reporting and the data around what the diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives that your company is currently participating in, how your employees are feeling, how your team members are feeling. But it's also like a comparison and really setting a benchmark for the city of Los Angeles. So how do we as a company measure up, within ourselves? How do our employees feel about, do they feel recognized? Do they feel seen? Do they feel like they have a voice here? Do they feel equal pay is an issue or not? And then how does that measure up to the benchmark of the city of Los Angeles? And then what are those actionable things that we can suggest for those companies to do about that if they feel like they need to improve upon numbers? But I think it's really important that we as Angelinos and as a tech community in Los Angeles really take a stand that we want to be the most diverse, equitable, inclusive community in the nation. And this is one step forward to being able to do that.
Yeah, well, we do love our friends at Pledge LA and are certainly behind that. But I completely agree with you. It's that it's not just committing to it, but committing to reporting those stats and measuring so that you put your, to use the colloquial phrase, your money where your mouth is.